The Dragon Boat Festival, also called Double Fifth Festival, is celebrated on the fifth day of the fifth moon of the lunar calendar. The Chinese Dragon Boat Festival is a significant holiday celebrated in China, and the one with the longest history. It is one of the most important Chinese festivals. The other two being the Autumn Moon Festival and the Chinese New Year. The origin of this summer festival centers around a scholarly government official named Qu Yuan. He was a good and a respected man, but because of the misdeeds of jealous rivals, he eventually fell into disfavor in the emperor's court. Unable to regain the respect of the emperor, in his sorrow Qu Yuan threw him into the Mirror River. Because of the admiration for Qu Yuan, the local people living adjacent to the Mirror River rushed into their boats to search for him, while throwing rice into the waters to appease the river dragons. Although they were unable to find Qu Yuan, their efforts are still commemorated today during the Dragon Boat Festival. The boat races during the Dragon Boat Festival are traditional customs to attempt to rescue the patriotic poet Qu Yuan. Qu Yuan drowned on the fifth day of the fifth lunar month in 277 BC. Chinese citizens now threw bamboo leaves filled with the cooked rice into the water. Therefore, the fish could eat the rice rather than the hero poet. This later on turned into the custom of eating rice dumpling. The celebration is a time for protection from evil and disease. For the rest of the year, it is done so by different practices such as hanging healthy herbs on the front door, drinking nutritious concoctions, and displaying portraits of evil enemies. Zhongkui. If one managed to stand an egg one is end at exactly 12:00 noon. The following year will be a lucky one.
Like many traditional Chinese food, zongzi is also intended to honor either the divine persons or gods in history. Zongzi, this glutinous rice dumpling, is traditionally wrapped in bamboo or reed leaves. Zongzi is created to honor Qu Yuan, the pioneer poet of ancient China. Qu Yuan was a famous and patriotic poet who was also very concerned about the fate of his government. In 278 BC, when Qu Yuan heard that the state's capital was captured by the enemies, he tied himself to a big rock and then threw himself into the river of Boluo. They then threw rice dumplings wrapped in bamboo leaves into the river as a sacrifice to his spirit, as well as to stop the fish from eating Qu Yuan's body. Some of the people would even row downstream in the boat, shouting out loud and beating drums in the hope to scare all the fish away. This was believed that it is how the popular Dragon Boat event is related to the festival.
Hey guys, it's Angel. Today I'm going to show you how to make bamboo wrapped sticky rice, also known in Mandarin as zongzi. Now in Taiwanese, we call zongzi bazang, and the reason why I'm showing you how to make this is because Dragon Boat Festival is coming up soon. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Dragon Boat Festival, it's actually an annual celebration, most famously known for dragon boat racing and also the sticky rice. So I'm really excited to share this recipe with you and share this annual tradition with you. And if you're interested in learning more about the history of Dragon Boat Day or Dragon Boat Festival, my grandfather gave me a translation that he wanted me to share with you guys, and I will post a link to that on my blog. So with that, let's get started. Let's start with the bamboo leaves. Now, this recipe makes a dozen 粽子, which means we will need at least 24 leaves. That's 2 leaves for each 粽子 that we're going to be wrapping. So I highly recommend that you wash and prepare about 30 to 35, because as you go through the washing process, you'll notice that some will break or some may not be the ones that you thought they were, not the right size. So definitely wash and prepare more. You can start by soaking your bamboo leaves in hot water for about 30 minutes. Now they will float in your sink, so you might need to put something heavy like a pot or a plate on top, so that way they stay submerged in the water. After 30 minutes, they should have absorbed water and become super soft. So then what you'll need to do is take a clean, dry sponge, wipe and clean off both sides of the bamboo, and that's just to wash off any dirt. Then bring a pot of water to a boil, and I like to add a little bit of vinegar and a couple pinches of salt to help with the disinfecting. Then put your bamboo leaves in stem first. Let that gently boil and soften up, and once that's soft, you can go ahead and fold over or submerge the entire leaf. Let that boil for 20 minutes and add more water if needed. Once that's done cooking, go ahead and rinse with cold water, and if you need to, use some scissors to trim off the ends. Sometimes the stem will be a little bit too long, or sometimes the top of the leaf will be a little bit frayed, so go ahead and give that a quick trim to make it all nice and neat. Now, if you're like me, you could do what I did the other day and prepare and wash your bamboo leaves the night before and just put them in a plastic baggie while they're still moist and put them in the fridge.
Now for the ingredients. Let's start with the meat. Sticky rice is typically filled with pork, so you can use pork belly or lean pork shoulder. Sometimes I like to also add Chinese sausage, so I'm going to cut up a few sausage links too. Since this is your recipe, you can also add other ingredients like salted duck egg yolk, boiled peanuts, and even chestnuts. And to give this more flavor, we'll also need half a cup of dried shrimp, 1 cup of dried mushrooms. I'm using these really cute small ones so I can put 2 to 3 in each wrap. Half a cup of dried shallots, 2 tablespoons of cane sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of 5-spice powder, and 1/4 cup of low-sodium soy sauce. Let's start by mixing the soy sauce with 4 tablespoons of water reserved from soaking the dried shrimp. Then add your cane sugar, the salt, 5-spice powder, and stir to mix as best you can. Next, prepare the rice. I'm using 3 cups of glutinous rice, also known as sticky rice. Wash and rinse your rice really well before letting it soak in filtered water for 20 minutes. Now, let's cook. Preheat a non-stick pan on low heat and add a bit of oil, or it's best to use pork fat if you have some on hand. Add your rice and stir fry for 2 to 3 minutes to make the rice more fragrant. Feel free to add tiny bits of water if needed to help prevent the rice from sticking to the pan. When you're done, transfer the rice to a bowl. Next, let's cook the filling. Start by browning your pork and your sausage. Add the dried shrimp and shallots too at this time, since they take a while to soften. After browning, add your sauce mixture and cook until a small amount of liquid remains. That's when we'll add the mushrooms. Then continue to stir fry until the sauce is glistening and has fully caramelized. Then transfer to a bowl while we prepare our string. Now, one of the signature technique and looks of bamboo sticky rice is the string wrapping. So here's how I suggest tying them. Using a ball of cotton twine, find a place in your kitchen to hang your string. This is super helpful. Then measure about 27 inches of string length from top to bottom and wrap 6 times, which will give you 12 strings to hang your zongzi from, because remember, we're making a dozen. Cut the string and cut again, and now you will have 12 evenly length strings. Next, remove the string bundle and tie a knot, leaving a loop as a hook for the top. Now, this is kind of hard to describe, so I'll just let you watch and follow along. Once you've looped your knot, tighten and check to see if you've done this right by pulling one string on each side of the bundle. If the loop and knot doesn't move, then you successfully tied your string. Now it's time to wrap. Pick 2 bamboo leaves of similar size and shape and layer them slightly overlapped, one over the other, stem and tip facing at opposite ends. I usually like to place the smaller one on top, facing closest to me. Then fold into a cone shape and add a bit of rice. On top of that, your pre-cooked filling, and then top with more rice, making sure to pack everything in tightly. Once you're done, carefully fold the top over, then the sides, and finally the top of the bamboo leaves, making a triangle shape. Next, go to your hanging string bundle and place the bamboo wrap about halfway up, wrapping the string around once and pulling down firmly, making sure that it's snug. Bring the string up to tie a knot, leaving a bit of tail at the end so it's easy to unwrap when we're ready to eat. Continue to make your zongzi and wrap all of them up until you have made your full dozen. In the end, your bundle should look like this. Now it's time to cook. Bring a large pot of water to a boil and gently place your sticky rice bundle into the boiling water, including all of the string. We'll want to cover with a lid and boil for 1 hour and 25 minutes or until the sticky rice is cooked and done. During this time, feel free to add more water if needed. Once it's done cooking, remove the bundle and let it cool on a plate for a few minutes. To serve, just pull on the string end to untie, unwrap the bamboo leaves, and serve your sticky rice with a side of sweet chili sauce or spicy chili sauce.
So this is how you make bamboo wrapped sticky rice for Dragon Boat Day. It's definitely worth it. It smells amazing. I can smell the bamboo infused rice and I can't wait to eat this. Now if you love eating these, I highly recommend that you double the recipe and make 2 dozen because they do go quickly, and the great thing about these is that they freeze really well. Just put them in a plastic bag, you can put them in the freezer, they last for a couple months. Then when you want to go eat them again, just defrost them for a couple hours and you are good to go to either reheat in the microwave or you can steam them again.
将出发的是第171场次国际友人组大型龙舟，在甲水道操红色桨的是嘉南药理大学理学院，在乙水道操黄色桨的是天桥牌企业股份有限公司。 在丙水道操绿色桨的是昆山科大，Dr. Dragon， 请3队加油！我们取1队晋级，第2名将跟下一场次的第2名比较成绩之后择优，所以请3队加油！
So
3队差距相当的小。稍微领先是甲水道红色奖嘉南药理大学物理学院，竞争赛后平水道昆山科大差不多多一个水道黑桥排泄股份有限公司，3队加油！最后公司加油！三方队，江南药理大学物理学院黑桥牌有限公司昆山科大3分专业，距离了前3名的队友，所以到进行决赛咯。我们看哪一队胜出。
Next is the part of the photo.
Dragon boat race, go! Listen, listen, the drums are loud. Hooray, hooray, the cheers are loud. Dragon boats, go, go, go. Dragon boats, go, go, go. Smell, smell rice dumplings. Yummy, yummy rice dumplings. Dragon Boat Festival, cool.
Rear guard Y is run into a part connect rear guard line or Y. The Chinese Dragon Boat Festival drinking in general. The ancient not only to regard power sprinkling on mosquito bring police. Drinking while on land also hope to be about to world of it even spreads. So let do not get skin from the princesses on modern medicine. All things regard is gentle spaghetti is instead two cakes. Mine cooks them to the harm body. eggs can stay upright during the Dragon Balls festival at Run last day, indicating the arrival of good luck in the future there will be this year. It is generally believed that the Dragon Balls festival at Run, the heaviest young so the eggs can stay up. It is said that the Dragon Balls festival at Run, if raw eggs can stand up in the coming year will be good fortune. According to Langan, the Dragon Balls festival this day at Run's strong gravity can more easily be erected. Expert scientists note that the Dragon Balls festival at Run when the same with the usual gravity. With pension, you can always be raised eggs.